This video is powered by Manscaped.
Go to manscaped.com/fancam for 20% off your order and free shipping.
Keep your boys in top form with Manscaped.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Robbie with me. We've just beaten Leicester 4-2 at the Emirates. Just beaten Leicester 4-2. I mean, game was it in doubt? It was a draw at 2-2. It ended up being a win. Were you nervous at 2-2?
I wasn't nervous. I just kept thinking, Monday I've got to go in and face them lot, man. We're 2-0 up. They're going to kill me, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had a feeling that I said to Julian, I go, this could be another Bournemouth type game, you know what I mean, where somebody is a hero. And I thought that moment was going to be when Wanyeri run through and then he curled that one. But that keeper, when he saved that, I was starting to think, this guy, he's just going to save everything. He was saving it. He saved a point-blank one from Calafiori. He's just Havertz pulling off. Havertz saved he was pulling off, and I was like, we're not going to breach this guy today. He's just pulling off save after save. And to be fair to him, he personally didn't deserve to be on the losing side. He was unbelievable, but I thought we played well. We deserved to win the game. We had so many chances, so many shots, and it was a crazy, crazy game of football. Because at half time, if you would have come to me and said, Robbie, bet you £100, you know, Leicester will score, I would have taken it. I would say there's no way they're scoring. Let's go. They didn't look like scoring in a million years. I don't know how they got that first one. Did it come off the chest of their player?
No, they got a deflection of Havertz's for their goal.
It was a strange goal, and then after that volley, second goal.
Jeez.
What a goal! That player there, Justin. James Justin. I used to know his dad. His dad passed away, sadly. I used to know his dad. Laurie was very good friends with his dad. So, you know, I mean, to see him, you know, I had mixed emotions there because, number one, absolutely brilliant for him. Absolutely worldy goal. But, you know, I was like, come on, man, how are we? I couldn't blame it. You know, like in a game, you're like, who do I blame? I can't blame no one. We ain't really done nothing really wrong.
The defending before the cross though, and maybe stopping the shot.
Yeah, but we haven't really done nothing seriously wrong, and they're back in the game. But that's the Premier League for you. But then after that, I felt that we did. You know, we gathered ourselves and we just kept knocking and knocking and knocking. And like Julian said, that was Fulham last year. Apart from we didn't get the comeback. Yeah. Right, but this time we kept going, and we deserved to win. We deserved to win, and it's a massive 3 points, especially with Man City dropping points earlier today. You know, massive.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, the Leicester City keeper probably won't be there too long because, like you said there, he made some incredible saves. And I spoke to Lee Chappie. He said, listen, our keeper's he's been our man of the match for a few games now, so he's been doing well. Is there any shades of West Ham when we went 2-0 up and then they came back and got 2-2? Liverpool, they coming back from was there shades that? Is there something to be concerned about, or are you thinking, forget that, the game's won in the end?
I think you can't look at a game like this and say be concerned about it, because it does happen in the Premier League. I just think that, you know, you have to credit the team for. I mean, how many times have we seen Man City do that over the years where, you know, they're not having a good game, say, for instance, or a team's come back and then they just, they did it last week against us. The difference was, though, right? The difference was, though, we won the game. Yeah. And by the way, City fans, we scored 4 goals today. Yeah, I thought we were boring.
Boring Arsenal, they said.
I thought we were boring and all we knew about was the dark arts. And we didn't know how to score goals. 4 goals today.
Royal money up your
ass. Yeah, and how many goals did City score today? They only scored 1, right? And we scored 4. So, listen, all this talk about Arsenal being boring, Arsenal, you know, only being defensive. Absolute rubbish. Look at, I don't know how many shots we had today, but it must have been 36 shots. Right, 36,
a lot of corners as well.
Shots. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We've got to check these stats.
Don't embarrass me.
We got up the joke. That's up the joke. You know, that's up the joke.
All right, 36 shots. 36 shots, 16 on target. Is that a team that's boring to you? Is that a team that just relies on the dark arts? Right, last week, right, I was at the game. We had to do that. Yeah. We're down to 10 men for a whole half. That's why we did it. We don't normally play like that. Right, City are rattled. They look rattled again today, right, and they're rattled. And I'm telling them, we're coming for them, man.
You know what I
We're
mean?
coming for them.
And if you were there instead of Kirill, we would have fucking won that.
We're coming.
I need to ask you, because we was on the stream today and we said like Ethan Nwaneri came on and made a difference. Who for you
Fantastic.
stood out in the Arsenal side? Because it's so all over the place. You could say Martinelli got the goal and assist first half, and then
Yeah,
second half
listen.
fell off a clip. Like who
Well
stood out for
done.
you?
Well done to Martinelli, by the way. He's under a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Right, and he had a chance before that, right? That I was like, hey, that was a poor,
Big opportunity before
big
he scored.
opportunity.
Yeah.
But then he scores, and he had an assist as well. Right, you know what I mean? So great game for Martinelli. You know what I mean? I was really happy for him. You know what I mean? Because goal and an assist in the game, fantastic. And I thought Trossard today played really, really well as well. You know what I mean? He had a goal, a typical finish by him first time. And then, the second goal was an own goal, but he had a big hand in that. And he was a big threat throughout the game, and he played really well. But Ethan Nwaneri, like you said, when he came on, this kid is so confident. He picks the kid up, he picks the ball up, he glides with it. Great shot.
Straight away.
Now we see, when a lot of people were moaning and groaning, right? Now we see why Fabio Vieira was allowed to go on loan, right? Because obviously Arteta's seen what he's seen in Nwaneri, and he's saying to himself, I can trust this kid to come in and he's going to have an impact. And he is going to be a big player this season. We could be seeing a player that's going to emerge in a similar way to what Saka did.
Yeah.
He looks complete.
Could he start Tuesday? Could he start against Southampton on the weekend?
I-
Or not yet? It's still slowly bring him in.
Yeah, I still think. Listen, you don't have to rush him at this stage, right? You don't have to rush him. You know what I mean? He's coming towards the end, and we're all talking about him. That's great for the kid. You know what I mean? Same thing on Tuesday. I'd still start Trossard, right? You know what I mean? And obviously, Odegaard's going to come back soon, but there's lots of games for him to. There's Champions League games that are going to come up. There's league games that he'll get parts in. There's this Carabao Cup game, so he's going to get lots of game time this season. But he looks some player, don't he? I mean, we have got a real player on our hands. And then remember, there was all Lewis Skelly and players like that on the bench as well. By the way, I saw his mum earlier. I said, "Yo, listen, you need to go and talk to that boy there." Right. Not her son.
Oh,
Haaland.
You know
what I mean? Dissing his son.
We'll have to talk to
Disrespecting his son like that. You know what I mean?
Don't worry. When they come here, he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. Listen, I already know.
Erling's a big guy.
Erling is a big guy. But no way, so are you, Rob. So are you. Yeah, we will back you. But listen, I already see what Abby and that will be saying on Monday. They'll be trying to get at you because listen, Lee Chapper told me. Leicester haven't won an away game. They've only won 2 away games, in 2 years with their.
They still haven't won, have they?
Exactly
I mean,
that.
we won the game,
but they'll
you know what
say, look, they pushed you all the way. This
Well,
Arsenal side is so good.
Listen, Abby can't get me because Tottenham drew it. I mean, that's the difference. Tottenham, they drew their game. We kept going till the end, and we've won the game by 4 goals to 2. And I think that scoreline is justified when you consider how many shots we had, how dominant we were in the game. That scoreline is a justified scoreline. We deserve to win the game. And now we move on to PSG, but listen, it's all positives there, you know what I mean? Could have been a lot different if it finished 2-2, but I do think that, what I liked about the team is the spirit they showed. They got their head down, they didn't feel sorry for themselves, and they said, we need to win this game, and they have.
Is that the positives you take from this performance then? Because we ended up winning it last minute. Some would say if City did this, it was a sign of champion. So
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad performance. I don't think it was a bad performance, I just think it was like, it's a Premier League, and teams can just come back into it. But what do you do when that adversity comes? And I think we showed a lot of mettle. And that scoreline was a deserved scoreline. It should have been 4-2, or deserved to be that scoreline.
Do you give credit to Leicester then, Robbie?
Of course. They came back and they get 2-0 down in the Premier League. Normally,
that's it.
Away from home at the Emirates, you're looking at a pasting.
Yeah.
So they did really, really well to come back. They'll be absolutely gutted, but the team that deserved to win
was Arsenal.
Won. Arsenal deserved to win the game, and we've won the game. And now we push on to the PSG game.
Finally, let me ask you that. This Tuesday against PSG, do you go strong like Arteta did today?
Very strong. I mean, we need to win that game. We're at home. We drew the first game, even though it's not a bad result drawing away to Atalanta. But we've got to start getting wins on the board in the Champions League. It's going to be a tough game. They're a good side. They've got some very good players. Even though there's no Mbappe now, they still got very, very good players. And that's going to be a great game, by the way. That's going to be a great game. So I'm really looking forward to that. But Arsenal's still unbeaten. Let's not forget that.
All right, well
49. Big Rob.